Hi everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jess, and this video is my May wrap-up. But before we get into the wrap-up itself, I wanted to just take a second and congratulate myself for turning 31. I'm 31 now. My birthday was on the 28th, so, well, today's June 1st, so it was 4 days ago. Is that even... It's been a long month. I don't feel like doing math. It's the simple, like, freaking kindergarten math, right? But yeah, no, it was a good birthday. I don't feel much different than when I was 30. But it is what it is. Yeah, so, okay, that was that. Let's get into the May wrap-up. I have my trusty computer here, as I usually do, and we are going to pull up Storygraph. I've been liking Storygraph a lot lately, by the way. Like, I still use Goodreads. Goodreads is easier to track, I feel like, but Storygraph has more, like, statistics, obviously, so it's more fun. Don't tell them I said that, though. Okay, so in May, I read 7 books, 3,030 pages. The main moods were funny, emotional, lighthearted, and hopeful. And 83% of them were medium-paced, and 17 were fast-paced, which is only 1 book out of the 7. And does it say which one it is? Oh, okay. Okay, cool, it does. And 86%, or 6 books, were between 300 and 499 pages, and 1 book, which was 14%, if you want to do that, was over 500 pages, and that book, we'll get into it. And 100% of the books were fiction, because I have yet to find a nonfiction book besides I'm a memoir person. One of my 2024 goals was to read more memoirs, but like a regular like nonfiction, like I can't do it. I can't, so I don't. So 100% of this month's books were fiction. Surprise, surprise. They were all romance, and 6 out of the 7 were contemporary romance, 2 out of the 7 were sports romance, and 1 was speculative fiction. Now, I'm gonna click on that because, okay, that's weird. Okay, I don't know. And 6 out of the 7 were print books, and 1 was digital, which is a lie. That's also really weird. Did I forget to log one of the books now that I'm looking at this? Okay. Anyway, let me just pull up my view all. Let me pull this up, and then, oh, I did forget to log one. That explains it. Where? Yep. Yeah, I did forget. Oh, crap. Okay. We'll get there when we get there. So, okay, let's get started, shall we? So the first book of May that I technically started in April and finished in the beginning of May was The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I think that's how you say it. Poston. Sorry. First of all, I know, don't judge a book by its cover. I say that in every one of my videos, like, that I'm a hypocrite. And I do, because it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. And anyway, so this follows Clementine West. And it doesn't say his last name, but his name's Iwan. And Clementine's aunt dies. Her favorite aunt dies, and she leaves Clementine her apartment, and it is a magic apartment, and it brings people from different... He exists in her past, and she exists in his future. It's this whole thing, and so whenever she... Like, basically, sometimes for the first time he's in there, and then he's like in and out whenever she walks in, and he magically disappears and magically reappears, and it's this whole thing. And they figure that they can't fall in love because this magic is like, it's magic and it's not real life, so how could it work, right? But this whole thing just, it's literally, I'll read it because it says, her aunt always said the apartment was a pinch in time, a place where moments blended like watercolors. She also said that love is never a matter of time, but a matter of timing, and Clementine fears she may be 7 years too late. So yeah, she doesn't really think it's gonna work, but they kind of just go with the flow, and it's, anyway, I rated this book 5 stars, but if I could rate it 6, I would. I didn't cry over this book, which is surprising, but I did. I mean, I'm rating it 6 stars, but usually when I rate a book 6 stars, like, I'll end up like crying, like I have to cry to rate it 6 stars, but I didn't cry and I still rated it 6 stars. I don't know what that tells you, but it is what it is. This cover, I love it. Okay, so the next book we have is a very, very long-awaited book for me, and that is The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, one of my favorite authors of all time. I love her so much. And this is actually I don't know if you'd call it a sequel, but it's like it's the second book in the, what would you call it? They definitely, it's not really a duology. I don't know, but it's the follow-up, I guess. It's just the follow-up that is a sequel. It's set in the same world as, set in the same world as The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. Duh. And this follows Nora and Derek, and Nora is, okay, I'll read you the blurb as I do. College exes break all the rules when they reunite years later in this enemies to lovers, second chance romance, the highly anticipated companion novel to the TikTok sensation The Cheat Sheet. Okay, so it's a companion novel. That's what you'd technically call it, I suppose. Anyway, so follows Nora and Derek, and Derek is the famous NFL tight end. I don't know football. I don't know what a freaking tight end is. And he's her college ex-boyfriend, and she is now a full-time sports agent, and he's her first client. So they reunite, and they're like trying not to fall back in love with each other, and he's still really freaking hurt that she broke his heart all those years ago. And it's, yeah, they basically have to, this isn't in the back of the book or anything, but I will say it's also fake dating. It's a fake dating, second chance, enemies to lovers, sports, romance. Anyway, I rated this one 4 stars. It was just like Storygraph put, it is fast-paced. I think the only reason I rated it 4 stars was because it was so fast-paced. I kind of just, it was easy to follow, and I enjoyed the content. I don't know. Just something about it stopped me from rating it a full 5 stars, or even a 4.25. But I did very, very much enjoy it. Sarah Adams is still one of my all-time favorite authors. And yeah, and the cover, what am I going to say about the cover? So beautiful. And not that you care, but the back is just blue. Okay. Book number 3 that I read this month, now it's June, last month, was Twice Shy by Sarah Hogel, who, if you don't know, is the author of the very, very famous You Deserve Each Other, which is one of my all-time favorite books as well. And that is actually the first book, not first book of my life, but first, like, when I started getting back into reading during the last 4 years of this crazy world, you know. And yeah, that You Deserve Each Other was the first book to make me cry, and that is why it is in my it's one of my top 5 favorite books of all time, and it very much made me cry. Anyway, so same author, Sarah Hogel, but Twice Shy. This is a book that for so long, I go to, it's funny because I would go to, like, different Barneses, like my local Barnes would have it, and then I'd like look at it, but I wouldn't really, because I knew that Sarah Hogel wrote other books. I'd see it and I'd be like, do I want it, do I not want it? And then I'd go to another store and I'd see it there, and then I'd come back to my local store and it would be gone, and I'd go to another store and it would be there and then it would be gone, and then I would want to order it on Amazon and I just never would. This book and I have had a long journey, but I finally said screw it, and I threw in the towel and I picked it up because I finally found it in a store where I was able to, where it was one of those, you know, it was just like the perfect moment. I decided to just do it, and I'm so glad I did, because I rated this 5 stars. This was a full 5 stars for me. Oh man. This book, like, if I could describe this book in one word, it would be dreamy. Dreamy, yeah. Dreamy, okay. And, so the top thing on top, yes, we know where it's located on the book, says, can you find real love when you've always got your head in the clouds? So this follows Maybelle and Wesley, and Maybelle is, I mean, I describe this book as dreamy because she's a dreamer, and she literally has, like, her own fantasy world that she daydreams in, which is, I mean, it's so cozy and cute, and like forget the love interest part, like her herself is like the cozy cute part. I love this woman. But anyway, so she inherits, and much like the 7-year slip, actually, Maybelle inherits a house from her great aunt, and when she arrives, she runs into Wesley, who was also apparently left the house by Great Aunt Violet, and they have very different ideas of what they want to do with the house, so they kind of have to work together to, it's enemies to lovers, it's Grumpy Sunshine, very much Grumpy Sunshine, and they, like I said, let me see how I can, what's the word? How I can paraphrase this for you. Yeah, so it's Grumpy Sunshine, but she obviously, starts to break down his walls a little bit, little by little, and they're kind of now working together to, well, they both want the house, obviously, but they're working together to, like, deal with each other and just figure out what to do with it, and throughout the whole thing, you know, you get a glimpse of Maybelle's mind and her daydreaming, and it's, what am I gonna say about the cover? Adorable. So the next book I read was Rewrite Our Story by Kat Singleton, which I will put up here somewhere because I don't have the physical book. I read that on my Kindle. And let me also pull up the synopsis because since I read the book. So okay, what I can tell you is that it is also a second chance best friend's brother romance. And okay, yeah. So this follows Marigold, or Goldie as everybody calls, well, they call her Mare, and the guy calls her Cade. His name is Cade. He's the only one who calls her Goldie. And so Goldie's mother dies and she leaves town, basically. It's this whole thing. And she, how do I put this? Yeah, okay. So she left town. She's trying to write a novel, and they kind of started a thing before she left, but he didn't totally like reciprocate, and he didn't really stop her from leaving, so she left. And then tragedy strikes and she has to come back to the town and stays with them, that family, his family, you know, it's her best friend's brother. So she stays with her best friend's family where Cade is also living. Yeah. And they literally get a second chance at what they started. And it's, you know, it's just so cute. And it was very, I mean, it was really cute. Like, I know I rate, like, I said it was medium paced, but, like, it flew by for me, honestly. Like, it was that, I was, like, really enthralled, is that the word? By it. And so I flew through it, and, like, did I say I rated it 5 stars? I rated it, no, 4 stars, sorry. I can't remember anything today. It's right in front of my face. Why do I have to remember it? It's right here. I rated it 4 stars. I'm just rambling today. It's been a long afternoon and I am tired. So this is what you get. So, I will say, even though I read this on Kindle, I kind of want the physical copy of it because the cover, which, I mean, assuming I put it up here, assuming I don't forget, so you guys all saw it, is beautiful. And I want that cover. I don't know, I just want the cover. So I want the physical copy of it. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, next up we've got The Truth and Lies Duet by C.W. Farnsworth. And C.W. Farnsworth is an author that I've been wanting to read for the longest time. And let me actually pull up my Amazon cart because I want to. Yeah, the book that has been in my cart for the longest time was Like I Never Said by C.W. Farnsworth, obviously. And for some reason, the first thing that I decided to read from her is The Truth and Lies Duet, which, by the way, in case I don't think I mentioned it yet, is it's a duet, but it's in KU, it's together in one. And the books are actually called Friday Night Lies and Tuesday Night Truths. And I will read the description, but like not, it literally just says, follow a boy and a girl, which their names are Cassia and, what the hell was his name? Why am I suddenly forgetting his name? Because of course I am. Because it would not be a YouTube video of mine if I did not forget somebody's name. Hold on. The Truth and the Lies duet. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Holden and Cassia. Okay, something I've noticed while I was reading, it's very similar. If you've read Magnolia Parks, it's very similar to that dynamic of like, they like each other, but they kind of hate each other, but they love each other so much, but the guy's kind of an ass, and the girl just wants him to love her wholeheartedly, and he's like, in the words of Taylor Swift, he's halfway out the door. I'm not gonna start singing, you're welcome. But yeah, my point is, I'm glad that this was the first work by C.W. Farnsworth that I chose to read. I'm very glad. It was very good. 4 stars for me. That's about it. Oh, and like I said, it was a duet, but altogether it is 628 pages. So it was, I mean, like I said, if you read it separately, like if you need to pace yourself, read them separately. But are they available separately? That's a question. Let me check Amazon for you guys real quick. This is such a, how long have I been filming this? Okay, not too long. Okay. So, yeah, they are available as separate books, but I saw that it was a duet, but I didn't know like how long they actually were together. But yeah, so if you want to read them separately, pace yourself, go for it. If you want to read it all in one sitting, one big hefty book, go for that. Yeah. Okay, so put that down. Next, I read, oh, is this yeah, this is the one that I forgot to log. Oops. Wait, I didn't log it on Storygraph, but did I log it on Goodreads is the question, because Goodreads, I usually remember to log it. Come on. Nope. Wait. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah. So, book number 5? Was this book number 5? It doesn't matter, but no, yeah, I think, anyway. Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young, the second book that I've read by her. First one, of course, was, what the hell is it called, and why am I suddenly blanking? Oh, it's been a long day indeed. Out on a Limb. That was the first book I read by Hannah Bonham Young, and that was the reason why she is one of my favorite authors today. Today, meaning, like, today. Not today. I'm gonna lose so many subscribers, I can just feel it. Okay, so Next of Kin follows Chloe and Warren. Chloe she had a mother who stuck to taking care of her, so she went into the foster care. And years later, she's an adult at this point, her birth mother gave birth to another baby and obviously can't take care of her. So, as the title suggests, Chloe is next of kin to take care of this child. So, what's it called? Yeah, CPS calls her up and says, hey, you have a sibling and you kind of need to take care of her. She's going to go into the foster system. So yeah, you don't really have much of a choice. Well, they didn't say that, but you know, she really doesn't, because she loves this child, obviously. So and so basically CPS has this new thing where they invite, that's the wrong word, where they pair up two prospective guardians. Yeah, okay. Yeah, two prospective guardians join households to qualify for their new initiative. And because she fails to pass the CPS financial evaluation, so this is their next option. And it literally says, enter Warren, a surly mechanic's apprentice attempting to get custody of his deaf 15-year-old brother. So she has this newborn sibling. Warren has a deaf 15-year-old brother who he takes care of. And they join households together, they move in together, and it's a beautiful, beautiful story. I'm not going... This also kind of starts out as Grumpy Sunshine, but it doesn't last long, because Warren's a, you'll see. Oh, I love this book. Towards the end, it's not a plot twist, but it's a there's no third act breakup. That's the only spoiler you'll get. There's no third act breakup. But something does happen, and it's emotional. But if you want another spoiler, it's a happily ever after. So yeah. Real quick, once again, cover, gorgeous. Okay. Did I said 5 stars, right? No. Did I say Yeah, I rated it 5 stars, but is that what I wrote? Oh no, I didn't. I rated it 4 stars. And real quick, because I forgot to mention, I rated it 4 stars. I don't know, that's just what I was feeling. I shouldn't really have to explain myself, but it was 4 stars for me. So it was more than average, higher than average. Okay. Next up, we have, oops, what did I do? Nope. Come on. Ah. Okay. So next up, we've got my, one of my, I don't want to like rank my like favorites of May, but this was one of the higher ones, if not the highest. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And it's, oops, there's dust in it. What the heck? And just in case you forgot, well, I had a couple of these. I think these two were in my spring rainbow TBR video. And these were basically like the only 2 I got through. Actually, Rulebook might have been in that video too. I can't remember, but I know that these 2 were. So, oops. I gotta stop. Like, it's an accident, but I get excited and I like throw these books down. I gotta learn. Okay. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. If you have not heard about this book yet, I am so sorry. You're living under a rock. Get out from under the rock. Go read the book. Oh, I love that sound. ASMR. This isn't even the speaker side. That was terrible. Did I just cover my face with a book to wipe my nose? Yes. Yes, I did. Like I said, a long day. I'm gonna lose subscribers. I've been filming for a very long time too. So, okay. Just for the Summer follows Emma and Justin. And they both believe that they are cursed because they each, every time they date somebody, they each end up breaking up, and right after that, the people that they date go on to find the love of their life, like right after them. Like they're the last before, like, they're before happily ever after for these other people they date. So they meet on a Reddit thread. Justin posts the Reddit thread. Emma responds to it because she agrees that she must be cursed. So they figure, hey, let's just go out on a couple dates and then let's break up at the end of the summer and the curse should be broken for both of us. But what do you think happens while they're going on these dates? Love. And I will say, I don't know, I can't remember if it's... Yeah. Okay. So I will tell you that it literally says, this book has scenes containing panic attacks, anxiety, PTSD, depression, depictions of undiagnosed mental health issues, I can't speak, a toxic mother, and past child neglect. So, heavy topics, hefty book, but it's so worth it, and this is another book that if I could rate 5 stars, I would, because, 6 stars. If I could rate it 6 stars, I would, but I did rate it 5 stars. I cried because, like I said, 6 stars, I'm bound to cry. I love it. I love it so much. But like, I'm not one to reread many books, especially ones that make me cry, because I don't think that I would cry again, but I could be wrong, but I've never tried, so maybe this will be the book that makes me cry twice. We shall see if I decide to reread it. Yeah. And the final book that I read in May was The Deal by Elle Kennedy, which was #1 in the Off-Campus series. I've wanted to read this series for a while, and it has been all over the internet, all over Twitter, Instagram, Book Talk, you name it, and you see it all in the stores and in Target and in Barnes and everywhere. And I don't know if you know, they came out with new covers and blue sprayed edges. Obviously not this, but you know, the blue sprayed edges. But I actually read it on my Kindle because it was free on KU. So why not? I have been tempted to buy the blue sprayed edged books, but you know, there's 8, well, there's 4 in Off-Campus, and then there's 4 more in the second installment of the Briar U. Okay, there's Off-Campus, and then there's Briar U. It's 4 and 4. And I actually, oh god, it's on the bottom up there somewhere, but I actually have read The Dare, which is, I think, the 3rd book in Briar U, and I rated this a little bit higher than I had rated The Dare. I rated The Deal 3.25. Technically, I had to rate it a 3 on Goodreads, but on Storygraph, it's a 3.25. I don't have much to say about it, but it was better than the Dare. So, yeah. Okay, well, that was my May wrap-up. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if I'm going to do a June TBR because I really don't know, because I very much have been like a mood reader recently, so I don't really have, well, we know my spring TBR, we know what books were involved in that, but it's June already, so we'll see what happens. All right, I hope you enjoyed, and me and my insanity and probably my allergies will see you again soon in my next video, and I hope you have a lovely June 1st. Why did I just go with I hope you have a lovely June 1st? I don't know. Like I said, my insanity just follows me wherever I go. I love you guys with my whole heart, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.